Question 1. Where do you check to see if a towed unit manufactured before DOT requirements has ABS? Option A. The dashboard of the tractor. Option B. Look under the vehicle for the ECU and wheel speed sensor wires. Option C. The glad hand connections. The correct answer is B. Look under the vehicle for the ECU and wheel speed sensor wires. On older trailers, look under the vehicle for the electronic control unit, ECU, and wheel speed sensor wires coming from the back of the brakes. Question 2. What does the tractor protection valve do if the air supply drops when driving? Option A. It opens the trailer supply line. Option B. It closes automatically. Option C. It vents air to the atmosphere. The correct answer is B. It closes automatically. To protect the tractor's air supply, the tractor protection valve closes automatically if air supply drops when driving. Question 3. What forces the brake shoes back away from the drum when you release the brakes? Option A. A return spring. Option B. The air compressor. Option C. A hydraulic cylinder. The correct answer is A. A return spring. After releasing the pedal, the S-cam rotates back and a spring pulls the brake shoes away from the drum. Question 4. What must you do to a manual reset, wig-wag, once system pressure is restored above 55 psi? Option A. It must be placed in the out-of-view position manually. Option B. It will automatically rise out of view. Option C. You must hit the dash reset button. The correct answer is A. It must be placed in the out-of-view position manually. When building air pressure in the yard, the manual reset type must be placed in the out-of-view position manually. Question 5. Listen carefully. This is an advanced level question. What are the typical pressure buildup requirements for a single air system, pre-1975? Option A. 85 to 100 psi within 45 seconds. Option B. 50 to 90 psi within 3 minutes. Option C. 100 to 125 psi within 1 minute. The correct answer is B. 50 to 90 psi within 3 minutes. When testing an older rig, typical requirements are pressure buildup from 50 to 90 psi within 3 minutes with the engine at an idle speed of 600 to 900 rpms. Question 6. Stay sharp. You'll need to think about this one. What is the maximum acceptable air loss rate for a single vehicle during the static, unapplied, leakage test? Option A. Less than 2 psi in 1 minute. Option B. Less than 3 psi in 1 minute. Option C. Less than 4 psi in 1 minute. The correct answer is A. Less than 2 psi in 1 minute. While holding a stopwatch, confirm the loss rate is less than 2 psi in 1 minute for single vehicles. Question 7. What is the purpose of an alcohol evaporator? Option A. To put alcohol into the air system to reduce the risk of ice. Option B. To clean the air compressor filters. Option C. To increase the air pressure buildup rate. The correct answer is A. To put alcohol into the air system to reduce the risk of ice. During cold weather, the alcohol evaporator puts alcohol into the air system, which helps to reduce the risk of ice in air brake valves. Question 8. Why is daily air tank drainage still needed even if you have an alcohol evaporator? Option A. To keep the alcohol level correct. Option B. To get rid of water and oil. Option C. To test the drain valve. The correct answer is B. To get rid of water and oil. Despite using alcohol, daily air tank drainage is still needed to get rid of water and oil, unless you have automatic drains. Question 9. Careful driver. This is a classic trap. What does brake lag refer to? Option A. The time it takes for the driver to react. Option B. The delay caused by the S-cam rotating. Option C. The time required for the brakes to work after the brake pedal is pushed. The correct answer is C. The time required for the brakes to work after the brake pedal is pushed. Unlike hydraulic systems, with air brakes there is an added delay, the time required for the brakes to work after the brake pedal is pushed. Question 10. What helps prevent automatic drain valves from freezing in cold weather? Option A. Adding antifreeze to the tank. Option B. Electric heating devices. Option C. Wrapping them in insulation. The correct answer is B. Electric heating devices. For winter operations, automatic air tanks are available with electric heating devices. Question 11. What happens when you let up on the brake pedal? Option A. Increases air pressure to the brake chambers. Option B. Engages the parking brake. Option C. Reduces the air pressure and releases the brakes. The correct answer is C. Reduces the air pressure and releases the brakes. After slowing down, letting up on the brake pedal reduces the air pressure and releases the brakes. Question 12. Let's see if you can get this difficult question right. During the static leakage test for a single vehicle, what is the maximum allowable pressure drop? Option A. 2 psi in 1 minute. Option B. 3 psi in 1 minute. Option C. 4 psi in 1 minute. The correct answer is A. 2 psi in 1 minute. With brakes released, the loss rate should be less than 2 psi in 1 minute for single vehicles. Question 13. Stay sharp. You'll need to think about this one. How does a modulating control valve operate? Option A. It applies service brakes automatically. Option B. It is spring-loaded so you have a feel for the braking action. Option C. It activates the ABS sensors. The correct answer is B. It is spring-loaded so you have a feel for the braking action. If service brakes fail, you use the modulating valve, which is spring-loaded so you have a feel for the braking action. Question 14. What does the stop light switch do? Option A. Turns on the brake lights when you put on the air brakes. Option B. Shuts off the engine in an emergency. Option C. Activates the low-pressure warning buzzer. The correct answer is A. Turns on the brake lights when you put on the air brakes. To warn drivers behind you, the switch turns on the brake lights when you put on the air brakes. Question 15. Stay sharp. You'll need to think about this one. On older vehicles with automatic front wheel limiting valves, under what specific condition is full air pressure allowed to reach the front brakes? Option A. When the brake pedal is tapped lightly. Option B. When the low air warning buzzer sounds. Option C. When the brakes are put on very hard, 55 psi or more application pressure. The correct answer is C. When the brakes are put on very hard, 55 psi or more application pressure. To ensure max stopping power in emergencies, they reduce the air to the front brakes except when the brakes are put on very hard, 55 psi or more application pressure. Question 16. During the engine compartment check, Step 2, what must you inspect if your air compressor is belt-driven? Option A. The compressor's internal oil reservoir. Option B. The condition and tightness of the belt. Option C. The safety relief valve calibration. The correct answer is B. The condition and tightness of the belt. Before closing the hood, if the air compressor is belt-driven, check the condition and tightness of the belt. Question 17. Listen carefully. This is an advanced level question. What is a sign that your brakes are fading when looking at the application pressure gauge? Option A. The pressure drops below 55 psi. Option B. Increasing application pressure to hold the same speed. Option C. The needle constantly fluctuates. The correct answer is B. Increasing application pressure to hold the same speed. During continuous braking, increasing application pressure to hold the same speed means the brakes are fading. Question 18. Watch out! This is a known trap question. Do front wheel limiting valves improve stopping power? Option A. Yes, by preventing lockup. Option B. No, they actually reduce the stopping power of the vehicle. Option C. Yes, by redirecting air to the rear. The correct answer is B. No, they actually reduce the stopping power of the vehicle. You should keep the control in normal, because limiting valves actually reduce the stopping power of the vehicle. Question 19. Beware of the hidden trick in this next question. Do brake drums shrink or expand when they overheat? Option A. They shrink. Option B. They expand. Option C. They do not change size. The correct answer is B. They expand. The heat causes expansion of the brake drums, meaning the brake shoes have to move farther to contact them. Question 20. Warning! This question is harder than it sounds. What happens if one air system in a dual brake setup is very low on pressure? Option A. The vehicle will not be able to stop at all. Option B. Either the front or the rear brakes will not be operating fully. Option C. The parking brakes will automatically apply immediately. The correct answer is B. Either the front or the rear brakes will not be operating fully. If there is a leak, either the front or the rear brakes will not be operating fully, meaning it will take longer to stop. Question 21. What do supply pressure gauges tell you? Option A. How much pressure you are applying to the brakes. Option B. How much air the compressor is producing. Option C. How much pressure is in the air tanks. The correct answer is C. How much pressure is in the air tanks. By checking the dash, these gauges tell you how much pressure is in the air tanks. Question 22. Don't let the wording trick you on this one. What is the consequence of routine manual adjustment of most automatic adjusters? Option A. It extends the life of the brakes. Option B. It will likely result in premature wear of the adjuster itself. Option C. It improves braking response time. The correct answer is B. It will likely result in premature wear of the adjuster itself. Mechanics advise against it because routine adjustment of most automatic adjusters will likely result in premature wear of the adjuster itself. Question 23. Don't fall for the obvious answer here. When checking brake drums, what is the maximum allowable length of a crack? Option A. Cracks must not be longer than 1 inch. Option B. Cracks must not be longer than 1/2 the width of the friction area. Option C. No cracks of any size are permitted. The correct answer is B. Cracks must not be longer than 1/2 the width of the friction area. During the Step 5 walk-around inspection, you must ensure brake drums do not have cracks longer than 1/2 the width of the friction area. Question 24. What does pushing the brake pedal do in an S-cam brake system? Option A. Lets air into each brake chamber. Option B. Drains the air tanks. Option C. Turns on the alcohol evaporator. The correct answer is A. Lets air into each brake chamber. Upon applying the service brakes, air is let into each brake chamber, which pushes the rod out. Question 25. Where are trailer ABS malfunction lamps located? Option A. On the dashboard. Option B. On the left side, either on the front or rear corner. Option C. On the right rear mud flap. The correct answer is B. On the left side, either on the front or rear corner. When hooking up, check that trailers will have yellow ABS malfunction lamps on the left side, either on the front or rear corner. That's the end of this practice test. Did you answer at least 80% of the questions correctly to pass? Let's move on to the next one. Question 26. What function does the emergency brake system perform? Option A. It uses parts of the service and parking brake systems to stop the vehicle in a brake system failure. Option B. It automatically applies when the ignition is turned off. Option C. It cools the service brakes. The correct answer is A. It uses parts of the service and parking brake systems to stop the vehicle in a brake system failure. As a backup, the emergency brake system uses parts of the service and parking brake systems to stop the vehicle in a brake system failure. Question 27. Stay alert. This is a highly deceptive question. When using a dual parking control valve separate air tank to release the spring brakes in an emergency, why must you plan your move carefully? Option A. Because the steering axle brakes will be permanently disabled. Option B. Because there is only enough air in the separate tank to do this a few times. Option C. Because the vehicle is limited to 5 miles per hour. The correct answer is B. Because there is only enough air in the separate tank to do this a few times. To avoid getting stuck in a worse spot, plan carefully because there is only enough air in the separate tank to do this a few times. Question 28. What are the two systems in a dual air brake system called? Option A. Front and rear. Option B. Service and emergency. Option C. Primary and secondary. The correct answer is C. Primary and secondary. When discussing the dual circuit, the first system is called the primary system, and the other is called the secondary system. Question 29. This is a tricky one. Listen to all choices carefully. Under what condition can you fully apply the brakes in an emergency stop with an ABS-equipped vehicle? Option A. If you are driving a straight truck or combination with working ABS on all axles. Option B. If the trailer does not have ABS. Option C. Only when driving on dry pavement. The correct answer is A. If you are driving a straight truck or combination with working ABS on all axles. According to the manual, there is only one exception. If you always drive a straight truck or combination with working ABS on all axles, you can fully apply the brakes. Question 30. Careful driver. This is a classic trap. What happens to the stopping distance in dual systems if the low air pressure warning triggers? Option A. It remains the same. Option B. The stopping distance will be increased. Option C. The vehicle will stop instantly. The correct answer is B. The stopping distance will be increased. If one circuit fails, in dual systems the stopping distance will be increased because only limited braking can be done before the spring brakes come on. Question 31. Pay close attention to the details on this next one. Which formula correctly represents total stopping distance for air brake vehicles? Option A. Perception plus reaction plus braking equals total. Option B. Perception plus reaction plus brake lag plus braking equals total. Option C. Brake lag plus braking equals total. The correct answer is B. Perception plus reaction plus brake lag plus braking equals total. Because air brakes do not work instantly, the total stopping distance is perception distance plus reaction distance plus brake lag distance plus braking distance. Question 32. Don't fall for the obvious answer here. When driving down a steep grade, what happens to the brakes that are properly adjusted if some of the other brakes are out of adjustment? Option A. They will stop doing their share of the work and lock up. Option B. They will overheat and fade. Option C. They will compensate by drawing more air pressure. The correct answer is B. They will overheat and fade. Because they take on the burden of the slackers, the other brakes can then overheat and fade, and there will not be enough braking available to control the vehicle. Question 33. Attention driver. This question is known to be difficult. In air-operated disc brakes, what does the slack adjuster turn? Option A. The S-cam. Option B. The power screw. Option C. The wedge. The correct answer is B. The power screw. During disc braking, the pressure of the brake chamber on the slack adjuster turns the power screw. Question 34. What type of warning device drops a mechanical arm into your view? Option A. Wig-wag. Option B. Buzzer. Option C. Dashboard light. The correct answer is A. Wig-wag. When air pressure is critically low, a device known as the wig-wag drops a mechanical arm into your view. Question 35. Stay sharp. You'll need to think about this one. What step is essential before pulling on a slack adjuster to test it? Option A. Turn off the engine. Option B. Release the parking brakes. Option C. Build air pressure to 125 psi. The correct answer is B. Release the parking brakes. You must chock the wheels and release the parking brakes so you can move the slack adjusters to test them. Question 36. Beware of the hidden trick in this next question. If you are forced to drive through freezing rain and your brakes get very wet, how should you dry them to prevent them from freezing when parked? Option A. Park immediately and apply the spring brakes to squeeze the water out. Option B. Use the brakes lightly while driving in a low gear to heat and dry them. Option C. Rev the engine while stopped to blow hot exhaust over the axles. The correct answer is B. Use the brakes lightly while driving in a low gear to heat and dry them. To ensure you aren't stranded by ice, use the brakes lightly while driving in a low gear to heat and dry them. Question 37. Heads up. This next one is highly challenging. How long does the stab braking method require you to wait before reapplying the brakes? Option A. 3 seconds. Option B. Until the air pressure builds back to 100 psi. Option C. As soon as the wheels start rolling, can take up to 1 second. The correct answer is C. As soon as the wheels start rolling, can take up to 1 second. Release brakes when wheels lock up, and as soon as the wheels start rolling, apply the brakes fully again. Question 38. What should you do to wet brakes to prevent them from freezing? Option A. Apply alcohol to the drums. Option B. Use the brakes lightly while driving in a low gear to heat and dry them. Option C. Park immediately and let them air dry. The correct answer is B. Use the brakes lightly while driving in a low gear to heat and dry them. Before parking, if the brakes are wet, use the brakes lightly while driving in a low gear to heat and dry them. Question 39. Watch your step. They are trying to fool you here. While driving an older tractor equipped with ABS, you notice the yellow malfunction lamp stays on after startup. When might it normally turn off? Option A. Immediately after the primary air tank hits 125 psi. Option B. It could stay on until you are driving over 5 mph. Option C. Only after you perform a full brake application. The correct answer is B. It could stay on until you are driving over 5 mph. Unlike modern systems that go out quickly after a bulb check, on older systems, the lamp could stay on until you are driving over 5 mph. Question 40. Pay close attention to the details on this next one. What step is necessary to test the low pressure warning signal after shutting off the engine with enough air pressure? Option A. Turn the electrical power on and step on and off the brake pedal. Option B. Turn the headlights on and drain the wet tank. Option C. Pull the yellow parking brake knob and wait. The correct answer is A. Turn the electrical power on and step on and off the brake pedal. Because the warning devices require electricity, turn the electrical power on and step on and off the brake pedal to reduce air tank pressure. Question 41. Careful driver. This is a classic trap. Is it safe to leave your vehicle unattended for a short time without setting the parking brake? Option A. Yes, if you are on flat ground. Option B. No, never leave your vehicle unattended without applying the parking brakes or chocking the wheels. Option C. Yes, if you leave it in gear. The correct answer is B. No, never leave your vehicle unattended without applying the parking brakes or chocking the wheels. Regardless of the time away, never leave your vehicle unattended without applying the parking brakes or chocking the wheels. Question 42. What are the components that rub against the inside of the brake drum? Option A. The slack adjusters. Option B. The brake shoes and linings. Option C. The S-cams. The correct answer is B. The brake shoes and linings. Inside the wheel assembly, the brake shoes and linings are pushed against the inside of the drum to cause friction. Question 43. Focus here. This is a high-fail question. What is the danger of manually adjusting an automatic slack adjuster? Option A. It can break the pushrod. Option B. It may give the driver a false sense of security regarding the effectiveness of the braking system. Option C. It causes the air compressor to overheat. The correct answer is B. It may give the driver a false sense of security regarding the effectiveness of the braking system. Because it masks mechanical problems, the manual adjustment of automatic slack adjusters is dangerous because it may give the driver a false sense of security. Question 44. Why must emergency and parking brakes be held on by mechanical force? Option A. Springs are stronger than air. Option B. Because air pressure can eventually leak away. Option C. Because the air compressor shuts off. The correct answer is B. Because air pressure can eventually leak away. The law dictates they must be held on by mechanical force, because air pressure can eventually leak away. Question 45. What happens to the braking mechanism if a drum gets too hot? Option A. The brakes stop working. Option B. The friction increases. Option C. The drum shrinks. The correct answer is A. The brakes stop working. If you ride the brakes down a hill, too much heat can make the brakes stop working. Question 46. Watch out for the tricky wording, it's a trap. Does the air compressor always use the engine's cooling system? Option A. Yes, all compressors are liquid-cooled. Option B. No, the compressor may be air-cooled or may be cooled by the engine cooling system. Option C. No, it has its own radiator. The correct answer is B. No, the compressor may be air-cooled or may be cooled by the engine cooling system. Depending on the truck model, the compressor may be air-cooled or may be cooled by the engine cooling system. Question 47. What does releasing the brake pedal do to the air brake system? Option A. It increases the air pressure in the brake chambers. Option B. It locks the brake drums. Option C. It lets some compressed air go out of the system. The correct answer is C. It lets some compressed air go out of the system. After slowing down, releasing the brakes lets some compressed air go out of the system, reducing air pressure in the tanks. Question 48. What component forces the brake shoes away from each other in an S-cam brake? Option A. The slack adjuster. Option B. The S-cam. Option C. The power screw. The correct answer is B. The S-cam. During braking, the S-cam forces the brake shoes away from one another and presses them against the inside of the brake drum. Question 49. Don't fall for the obvious answer here. Are spring brakes affected if the service brakes are out of adjustment? Option A. No, they are entirely separate. Option B. Yes, neither the regular brakes nor the emergency/parking brakes will work right. Option C. No, spring brakes self-adjust. The correct answer is B. Yes, neither the regular brakes nor the emergency/parking brakes will work right. Because they share mechanical parts, if the brakes are not adjusted properly, neither the regular brakes nor the emergency/parking brakes will work right. Question 50. What must you inspect on a belt-driven air compressor? Option A. The oil filter. Option B. The condition and tightness of the belt. Option C. The air intake valve. The correct answer is B. The condition and tightness of the belt. During the Step 2 check, if the air compressor is belt-driven, check the condition and tightness of the belt. Thanks for watching. Good luck on your CDL exam.